Hello, this tutorial was designed to use the ecological footprint calculator to find out what is the amount of resources you are using in a day, in a month, in a year. This one is going to let you see how many planets would it take for the Earth to survive if everyone lived like you, and what is your personal overshoot day. This overshoot day is if you continue to live the way you lived, what day in 1 year would you run out of resources? Let's take a look. When you log in, go ahead and log in with your Kern High account. I'm just going to log in with Facebook today to kind of bypass this part. How often do you eat animal-based products? So, do you never eat? Are you complete vegetarian? You can click all the way over there, or a vegan in this case, not even vegetarian, vegan. This means, you don't eat any cheese, for example, or poultry. Or do you eat meat every day? Okay. If you want to improve your accuracy, you can click here. Do you eat beef or lamb nearly every day? You can choose where you're at. I'm going to kind of pick this one for myself. And this one's nearly every day for me. And I'm going to hit save. And it should kind of, fix it kind of where it's at. So there we go. How much of the food that you eat is unprocessed, unpackaged, or locally grown? So unprocessed, unpackaged, or locally grown. When I read this, I think about like when I go to the farmer's market, how much of the food am I buying that is maybe out of the produce section where that's technically unpackaged and unprocessed, but I can also improve my accuracy. How much of your diet is unpackaged food? So I'm not taking it out of the pantry, usually maybe right out of the refrigerator. Those are like eggs, fruits, vegetables. So I'm going to just go ahead and put about 30% for me. And then how much of your diet is locally grown or produced? I don't go to the farmer's market very much, but I know we live in Bakersfield, so I'm going to put about at least 10%. It might be more, it might be less. This is not completely important, but at least kind of give an idea. So that's where I'm at there. And then what type of home do you live in? I live in a freestanding house, meaning I have a yard, a fence around my house. When I first moved into my new house, I actually lived in an apartment. So when I moved out of college, I lived in an apartment. So duplex or multi-story apartment probably would have been a better fitting situation for myself. But freestanding will work for me. What material is your house constructed with? Here in Bakersfield, again, most of our homes are built with wood. So we're going to go ahead and click wood here. How many people live in your house? I only have 4 people in my home. And how big is my house? I'll just leave it at that. You guys can pick whatever feature you have. Do you have electricity in your home? Obviously, most people do, so I'll hit yes. How energy efficient is your home? I don't have solar panels, so I'm going to put kind of more modern appliance, climate controls. If I have solar panels and maybe I definitely have my modern appliances, which are, friendly for the environment. I think they're called energy efficient appliances, like my refrigerator, my dishwasher, my washer and dryer. All of those are modern. But some people have even, more detailed stuff. Like maybe they have their phone on settings and they have windows that are already set to reduce the amount of heat that enters. You can pick that. So I'm about personally average, I think. What percentage of your home's electricity comes from renewable resources? I'm not 100% sure on this, and it says about 14% of the primary energy consumption came from renewable. So I'm going to leave it about 14% because I don't think it's any different here where I'm at. Okay. I don't have solar panel. You have solar panels or maybe a windmill in your backyard, then maybe go to high. Compared to your trash, how much trash do you generate? I think I'm about the same. I don't have too much more or less than they do. I can add details to improve accuracy. So this is a neat one because it talks about the stuff you purchase and add to your home. What comes closest to your monthly use clothing and sporting? So what are you usually buying? How often do you purchase new household appliances, gadgets, books, and newspapers? And what comes closest to your annual new household furnishings? Do you guys shop at, furnitures and getting new things so you can see the different options there? Okay, I like to, I completely refurnish my living room annually. So, wow, that's a lot. Hopefully not that much. How much do you recycle? Do you recycle paper? Do you recycle plastic? You know what I'm sad they don't put here is aluminum, but that's okay. Save. I just picked any settings. How far do you travel? By car each week. So I kind of thought about I drive to work and back every day, and then I probably travel a little bit out of town. So I know at least maybe 200 miles a week. And then I don't drive a moped, or a motorcycle. So I'm going to go ahead and just put 0 for now. What is your average fuel economy? Maybe talk to your parents. What is the average gas mileage for your car? And then again, this one I'm not driving, so I'm gonna leave it in the middle. I don't know what to do with this one. I felt like they should have given you an option to turn it on or turn it off. When you travel by car, how often do you carpool? Not very. I take my son to school, so I'm gonna say maybe 20%. It's not infrequently. Yeah, 25%. Again, you can always go back and play around with these and see how it changes your overshoot day and how many Earths you take. How far do you travel on public transportation? Ugh, guilty. I don't take any public transportation. But if you do, maybe you take the school bus. Do you take the school bus? And how much do you take? How many miles do you travel by school bus? How many hours do you fly per year? I'll just leave it at that. And here we go. So, wow. In this one, it looks like I would, and if everybody lived like me, it would take 4 Earths to support the resources that I'm using, which is pretty scary because I felt like I wasn't doing too much. And also my overshoot day by the end of March, not even a full quarter of the year, I would have already run out of resources. So I'm running on fumes here in June. So go ahead and take this quiz, find out where you're at, and hopefully you'll get an idea of how much your footprint is taking and what can you do. Some things that you can explore is, what's your diet? How are you getting food in your home? What type of things are you purchasing? So take a look at that and have fun.